I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm surprised. I'm actually caught off guard right now. This is probably top 10 anime betrayal in the last decade, to be honest, when you think about it, man. Like, I can't remember the last time an artist announced his release date and then decided, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna drop it tomorrow. I think this actually shook up a lot of people because a lot of us were just doing our normal routine Fridays. Some people, most of you guys were in class. You know, a lot of us was just sleeping. No one was really kind of anticipating an album dropping today. I know Janae dropped today, and I was kind of worried for Don Toliver next week. Now I'm actually happy because Don Toliver can have his own shine. Because the R&B fans are getting their R&B bag no matter what. But this is a day for Uzi to kind of just do his own thing. I'm upset. I still got the corona. I just did the expectation video yesterday, assuming that the album's gonna come out next week, but apparently it's here. Had to stop everything I was doing. I'm still kind of sick a little bit. As you can see, my voice is still a little roughy, but 16 tracks, 18 tracks, 2 tracks we've already heard. That Way, Futsal Shuffle. So right now he's 1 for 1 for me. I'm just hoping this fire. A lot of you guys are preaching about it, saying it's really good. But again, though, man, Lil Uzi fans, Lil Uzi stans, you guys are gonna eat it up no matter what. But a lot of people are also saying that it's bad. So we're just gonna go into this. I'm gonna vibe. I have high expectations for it, but at the same time, I'm gonna take a different approach, you know, listening to this. So like always, man, been talking too much, man. We got Lil Uzi Vert, Eternal Atake. Y'all say Atake, I say Atake. Y'all ready? Track 1, Baby Pluto. Did he say icky, hiki? Dad, just relax. I told you, we gonna vibe. That's facts. I didn't think that shit, but a lot of you guys, a lot of the stands get really crazy, man, and they come up with these like extravagant theories, man, like, oh, well, it's 666, and then there's this key, and then since, you know, in Kingdom Hearts with the Keyblade, you know, there was the devil, and then, you know, the nobodies and shit. Now, I think that he motherfucking, you know, worships Lucifer. I'm just like, how do y'all come up with this shit? Like, really, how do y'all come up with this shit? Because I really don't understand. Y'all really thought he was worshiping the devil, and he's here to tell y'all, like, no, that's bullshit. That's Look, man, I'm vibing. All right, that's all I'm saying right here. We're gonna keep it moving. I'm vibing. All right. And again, one thing I wanted to bring up before we talk about the track. That track was an intro that Baby Pluto, I guess that's his other persona, and I don't know which one it is. You guys said there's Uzi Vert and then there's Baby Pluto. Track is basically something I've heard from him already. All right, like nothing different. Very, you know, fast beat. You know, a little bit of energy towards the end of the track, but nothing I've never heard. One thing I want to bring up, man, a lot of you guys asked me, why do I say Atake? I say the name like it's an anime name. That's what I really initially thought. I thought he was going to go in that direction where he was talking about anime. You guys saying it's simply a take. I mean, yeah, human eye, first glance, a take, yes. But read it as if you were watching an anime. I know a lot of you guys aren't anime heads. I know a lot of you like to knock anime down in 2020, which is crazy because shit, your girl probably watches anime, to be honest. Your girl probably watch anime with me, to be real. All right, and if you look at it, it could be Eternal Atake, because that's how you would say it in a Japanese, you know, context. Atake. So that's why I say it like that. Anyways, that's why I say it like that, if you guys wanted to know. But that first track is just, this was very whatever to me, man. Track 2, Lo Mein.
That Rico and Boo, they need her, man. Now when I look down, you know I can't see my aim. Now she asked for some racks, gave it 3 times 10.
Asked for some racks, gave it 3 times 10. 30 racks?
Eli, man. Cartier's got diamonds all in the middle like a nigga pulled up with 3 eyes, man. Just know them shits, they all GI, man. Everybody got rollies, that's 2 time frame.
I like that.
I ain't got no ass. I said, ball man, pocket feel fresh, romaine. And I stay with the cash like an SO chain. 55.
I actually like this one. Lo Mein, again, the beat is something I've already heard. I get that. I'm vibing here, all right? I'm doing exactly what you guys said. I'm vibing. I'm not trying to think too much of it. I understand Lil Uzi Vert's not a lyricist. He's here to bring the energy. He's here to bring the vibes, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I like this beat. You know what I'm saying? I like the I can't do the beat right now. I'm sick, but I like how he flowing on this shit. It's fire.
Live my life 2 years. How you doing? Say I'm doing good. I put up in the fire, let's race. Yes, I stay with some money on me. Money on my socks and my undies. Yeah.
I think that undies line was a little corny, but again, we're not here for the lyrics. We're here for the vibes. I don't agree with him in one of the things he said though. Like he said that people just hate on him. They don't know him and they don't hate on him. I think that, at least for me, I can only speak for myself, but for the most part, I just dislike the music. Again, I always preach that Lil Uzi as a person might be one of the chillest people to ever chill with. You know, he probably has, you know, the personality, you know, of 100. You know, that shit's probably 10 out of 10 personality. You know, definitely looks like he has a lot of fun. But for the most part, it's nothing personal. I always say, you know, with all the mumble rappers I told you guys that I dislike, or any music I tell you guys dislike, it's nothing personal from a personal level. It's just from a music standpoint. You ask me from a music standpoint, what do I feel about the music? I give you that standpoint. And it has nothing to do with their personality. So I don't agree with that, but that was definitely a track that I could vibe with, man. Definitely better than the first one, Baby Pluto. Track 3, Silly Watch.
Came man with a new 40 Glock. Fuck on your bitch, make that hoe want a milli run. I'm with my boys and no, we do not milli run. Funny money, no, this is not no silly. Drive by on a rat, you a walking cop. Double park, new Lambo with no 100,000 right at the Beverly. Intersection, probably where I'm the fellas. I'm on Rodeo, it ain't shit you could tell. No, I don't wear no Baccarat. Went to Vegas, made some money off Baccarat. Rap Simmons jeans, they good for the pocket. I'm in Elliot, got me and my boys, you know that we sharing thought. I got niggas that be moving to Tan Rock, that's the
I'm gonna tell you like this. And I'm going to say this in the nicest way. Hell no. Gooch. Dumpster. That's all I got to say about it. All right? We don't need it. If y'all can fill in the words. If y'all been on this channel for a while, y'all know exactly what I'm going to say. We're going to keep it like that. What's already known is known. I don't need to say anything about that track. If you guys like that track, cool. I feel like that is a Lil Uzi. That is a Lil Uzi fan track. All right? That's exactly the music that I personally do not like. And there is nothing that you can do or say that's going to make me like a track like that. I think that's just the flow, just the beat. Everything is just... No. Track 4, Pop.
Diamond water, yeah, it look like a river. Look like I'm standing in D now. If you really didn't get that last line, then...
I got the last line. You ain't gonna pass me. I got it. Standing in denial. Y'all know about the Nile River, right? Yeah, okay, like, because he's standing in that water still. You know, standing in denial. Okay, that's a bar right there.
This clean. No nigga, but I'm doing big things. You ain't never seen nigga this clean. Pants cost 2K, big jeans. And my shoes cost like nigga making bitch wanna pop. I'm the nigga making bitch wanna pop. I'm the nigga making bitch wanna drop. I'm the nigga making bitch wanna talk. I'm the nigga.
I'm working on dying.
Fuck y'all, bro. Alright, like, at this point, this is why I'm glad that, you know, music is subjective. All right, look, at this point, look, we only 4 tracks in. I'm trying to keep it up. We got 12 tracks to go. Y'all gonna sit there and tell me that that's fire? Like, y'all gonna sit there, look me in my face, and tell me that's fire? You gonna look me in my face and tell me that's fire? Shit's crazy, bro. Like, am I missing something? Like, I know I'm a little older, but like, am I missing something? Like, I like Gunna. Alright, like, am I missing something? How is that fire? How? Track 5, You Better Move.
I might split that pinball game. Let's go. Uzi Vert. You better move. That was before
He right. He said, y'all ever played that pinball game? And I'm sitting there like, I've heard this sound countless times. And then I had to really think, and I've heard that sound countless times. That's back in the day when I had my Gateway. Was it a Gateway? I think it was an HP. It was 2003. Because I remember coming home after school every day. I used to get home. I would get on AOL Messenger. It wasn't even AIM yet. It was AOL Messenger. We had that motherfucker. It wasn't dial-up. I think at the time broadband. Was it? It wasn't dial-up because I was still able to play Diablo 2 and do chaos runs on the internet while still being on AOL and playing it at the same time because I was getting carried in Diablo 2. So that's pretty crazy, bro. Like for him to have that. Because, when I saw the fucking cover, I was like, yo, this has to be some kind of, like, space galaxy vibe. You know, we heard weigh-ins, as I said in the last video. I know look, I called it weigh-ins. I'm sick as shit. I got corona. Give me a pass, all right? But we heard weigh-ins, and I was like, damn, maybe a Travis feature was going to be on here. Not the case, but I was like, maybe a Travis feature was going to be on here, and maybe he was going to have this galaxy theme, you know, extraterrestrial kind of shit going on, you know. And I have not felt that yet, but right here, 3D Space Pinball, that used to be on the motherfucking Windows games. I used to play Free Cell, Minesweeper, motherfucking fucking Windows Space Cadet, whatever you want to fucking call that shit. Used to get the noise that shh. Hey man, that's some memories right there, man. That definitely is definitely a memory right there.
Oh, you better move. Oh, you better move. 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 Might catch the flu. Banana clip straight from the zoo. I'm like,
wordplay's terrible.
The goose, if I say shoot. Oh, you better move. 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 You better move. You better move. On my iPod, man, you more like a Zoom. Made her eat on my dick with a spoon. Ew.
In all honesty, I just like the beat. I don't want to worry about what he was saying. I just fuck with the beat. At least that was something different, man. A lot of people were trying to argue with me before I had this conversation on my stream, and a lot of people were saying that Lil Uzi Vert is very, you know, he definitely has a lot of variety in his music, and I don't think that's the case at all. I think he has the same trap sound, and what's not broke, don't fix it, of course, because if you guys gonna eat that shit up, then why would I change it? You guys gonna make me millions of dollars and millions and millions and millions. Why would I fix it too? Like, fuck it. Like, I don't need to get any better if I'm going to, you know, make money off of it. I think this was the one track on here that's been different from what we already heard. The first 4 tracks were all similar. All right, like they were all similar. Just You Better Move was a little slow down, and for him to kind of just put that sample from the 3D pinball game, Space Cadet, sticking to a theme, you know what I'm saying? Eternal Atake, having the motherfucking him looking at with the spaceship, and then having him look from the moon onto the earth, like that's what I'm talking about. That's a different kind of artisticness. That's a different creativeness right there. Like, you know, that's actually thinking about the concept of the album and all that shit. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, there has never been something like that every time I listen to Lil Uzi Vert project, other than the first project, where I'm kind of just like, it hasn't sounded like anything we've already heard. And you guys can all argue with whatever you want, but for me, it's true. You're not changing my mind. And I don't have the credibility, just like y'all don't have the credibility, all right? At the end of the day, it's all opinion. But I love that. I like that track. That track was definitely something that was distinct, and hopefully there's a couple more on that, like, because we are running out of time here. Right? Track 6, Homecoming.
I'm moving the beat, chill like an alien. Chop with the 50, my Uzi is ready. I turn to the boss, can't deal with no middleman.
Where's that from? Where's that from? Get in the comment box below and let me know where that's from, because it's on the tip. Like, I've heard that before. In the past, I've heard that before. Damn. Petite.
If you fuck me good, that's your money. My girl from Philly, I think her name Nikki, and I fuck with Nikki because she not too picky and shit.
Remember when you guys told me that this is not going to be the melodic Uzi, this is going to be, you know, rap Uzi. Track 7, I'm sorry. Damn. Maybe I spoke too soon. Oh, maybe I'm
acting all sad, damn. Everything bad, damn. That's why you can't fuck with fans, damn.
Yeah.
This not in the plan, damn.
How could we get, look, I personally, you know what? Maybe that's true. Maybe that's right. Maybe I don't like rapping Uzi, all right? I always told him maybe he should rap. I remember me saying that back in the day, like, hey, Uzi should rap. You know what I'm saying? We tired of all the mumble shit. No, fuck that. Keep the melodic shit. Give me the EXO Tour Life motherfucking samples. Give me the EXO Tour Life emotions. Like, give me that, and I guarantee you I will fuck with a project. That's the reason why I like Team Rocket Slow. I love the motherfucking Ramona and Scott Ramona and shit. That shit's fire. That's the reason why I like the Pizza song, all right? I like the emotions of Lil Uzi Vert, all right? Somebody tried to tell me on my stream that I like more Uzi tracks than dislike. Let me tell you right now, I will put my whole bank account, I will put my whole life savings, I will put my whole motherfucking life on the line and tell you and prove to you that I do not like Lil Uzi Vert more than I hate him, all right? But I will tell you this, Mr. Fan out there, I will tell you this, all right? I do love me some flow 20-minute Uzi, all right? That's the Uzi that he be cruising, all right? I love that Uzi. Take that back. I like that Uzi. All right, love is a strong word.
And my first be sitting. She like the way my bass it be hitting. She looked at me, her lips, she keep licking. Running all my sorrows up in rum. I'ma count this money with my thumb. I can make that girl cry till she come. I remember she's bad.
You see how I got that outer space vibe to it? You stick to the name. So what would y'all call it? So would y'all call Baby Pluto the rapping Uzi? What would y'all call Lil Uzi? The singing Uzi? What do you call the singing Uzi? Get in the comment box below, answer those questions for your Uzi stands. But this is where I feel like Uzi is in his bag, all right? This is where I like Uzi, and I think that maybe if he can give me another project like this with 7 tracks, or maybe if he continues the project to be like this, we could definitely change my mind from what I was initially thinking. Because other than that, You Better Move, man, none of these tracks have really kind of... Lo Mein was also another one. Let me not, put Lo Mein off, but... other than Lo Mein and You Better Move, man, it's been very kind of just lackluster for me. And that's just listening to it from a vibe standpoint. Because if we're talking about lyrical standpoint, he's mentioned Mercedes, Maybachs, Patikis, kitty cats, and and bitches and money multiple times in each track. In each verse, every other bar. I feel like I've heard something along those lines. So get in the comment box below if you agree with me that. If you can agree with that just from that, all right? Because I'm pretty sure I heard kitty kitty, give me your sweetie. I want to motherfucking give you the sticky, 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 blicky, blicky. Track 8, Celebration Station.
My dance, cause my pants they from France. Can't slow it. I'm working can't slow it, can't lie. She got that good, but that girl, bad. I stay with her, back. Make that girl dance. Let's go. Drop and get hot, just like a pan. Got the headlights, just like a ram. I got 10 toes and I counted 10 fingers.
Okay, so this probably gonna be the most underrated song on the album.
Can't hold my gram. Yes, I own my land. Stacking this paper, you know that I get it up. I can't be broke again. Talking is on my mind. They just know
we got back to back now.
Fast pace all the time.
This is a vibe.
Can't so much. Hello? Where am I?
I like the little skits he's having at the end. The skits are cool. Definitely sticks to that outer space vibe. But again, I'm sorry, Celebration Station is like a whole different transition from the album. Maybe this is what he intended to do, because I feel like the first 6 tracks we got were kind of just rap tracks, and these last 2 tracks have been more on the, I guess, poppy side. Kind of what I enjoy from Lil Uzi Vert when I listen to a song that I like from him. So maybe this is the direction he's going. He just wanted to give the first half of the album rap and then finish it off with, kind of a melodic, melodic ending. I don't know. I'm just assuming right here. We still have another 8 tracks to go. But Celebration Station is probably going to be one of his underrated tracks. I can see, at least what I can see. I think it's gonna be one of his underrated tracks. Track 9, Bigger Than Life.
Oh, it's 100,000 with the video, probably was just paying out. And she know he a bump to his girlfriend with me. Late night she be staying out. Too evil. It's nobody out here could save me now. I remember when I was younger, my girlfriend asked me to take you down. Fake, these niggas they hit, these niggas they all on perpetrate. These niggas ain't ready with other shit. These niggas they walk around with dirty sticks. Well, I do
a little background. Like, you hear that shit, huh? She about to come in, motherfucking wreck this shit. Wait for this shit. Watch.
Come back even though I made it out. I thought she was G when I put in my D. She was screaming. She said, come on, take it out.
That loyalty,
I swear that's everything. And from then I had to go get a bag. Walked in, had to go get a big bag. On the big bag.
Let that bitch hit, boy.
Come on, take it out. And loyalty, I swear that's everything. And for me, got niggas that's gonna kill it out. And when I do a show, it's 100,000 with.
Hold on. Let me put these last 3 tracks. This on a Meami the Panda. Definitely gotta throw that something.
I can't do my dance cause my pants there.
And then we're gonna put this one on as well.
Let's go.
But that's what I'm saying, man. Like, why? Like, I'm starting to, you know what? I'm not even gonna comment on that. Throw that comment out the door. I'm gonna assume first half rap, second half is vibe. That's what I'm gonna say. All right. Track 10, Chrome Heart Tags. Let's keep the vibes going, Uzi Vert. Let's keep the vibes going. Because this definitely sounds outer space shit now. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like the production is on a different level than what we heard in the beginning of the tracks.
Like a first got the all white, told the bitch off that. Poured up in the lamb, it was manual, I had to start that. Diamonds all up in the face, make your bitch percolate. Put her on a lemonade.
Percolate. One time for the percolator. One time for the percolator. If y'all know about that percolator, that's also too old for me, but percolator, that's a little oldie right there.
1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the 6, skip the 8. Then I skip the shit to 10. Perfect 12 in the straight. You ain't never reached your day.
He said at the end, he said, yeah, I'll pick your bitch up. I tried to get a little vocal on there, but this is the second track in a row that, Uzi has used that choir girl. Get in the comment box below, let me know who that girl is singing, because She is not credited in the actual track, but I think that's a nice little touch to have on the tracks, man. It definitely gives it a little bit more emotion, and having her little back vocals in there, I think that's kind of cool. Track 11, Bust Me. Pause. It's the girl again. Okay. She's back again with the vocals. I was with my Irish bitch. She said Uzi. Hey, y'all heard her say that? I think that's a nice touch. That's definitely done on purpose. I want to know who the singer is because that'd be really cool to know. So get in comments below. Do y'all job stands. But I think that's really a nice touch to have in there, man. Definitely gives it a different vibe, really. And again, we are not here for the lyrical wordplay from Uzi Vert. I understand that. I gave that up in track 2. Track 3, actually. Track 1. I knew that this wasn't going to be a lyrical album or anything at all. And if I did take the lyrics serious, then I wasn't going to have a good time. And this is why we listen to music to have a good time. I think that, just from a vibe standpoint, the melodies, the beat selections, how it's now the outer space theme, now it is the extraterrestrial theme that is on the art cover. I feel like he could have just made the tracks from Space Cadet, not Space Cadet, whatever the Space Cadet sample he had. I feel like he could have gone from that and then kind of just went on from, was it I'm Sorry, and continued on from there, because this seems like a totally different Uzi Vert. And just because the last 5 tracks in a row have been fire does not excuse the first 5 tracks. That's what a lot of people like to get, that's what a lot of people like to do, man. They're like, oh, well, the middle of the album was fire, so therefore the album's fire. Like, no, your intro was trash. And I always tell you, the strongest point of the album is your intro and your outro, all right? The reason I say that is because if you don't have a good intro, no one's going to care about what the fuck is in the middle, all right? It's like when you bite a fucking sandwich, all right? You have to bite the outsides to get in the middle. If the first fucking taste is bad and you got like a fucking crazy ass taste in the middle, no one's ever going to know what that motherfucking middle tastes like because the edges are trash, all right? The intro is trash. So who the fuck would continue on and be like, let me see what the rest of the shit, unless you're a music listener, like the review channels like myself or whatever, whoever is doing it for a living or doing it for a job or doing it for a purpose, or even a fan or a average listener. If you're not a fan of Lil Uzi Vert, who the fuck will continue listening to some mids after the first 2-3 tracks, right? It's kind of just like, what the fuck? I'm wasting my time here. I'm not wasting my time because I have to do this. I have to do this. This is my job. But if I wasn't a fan, if I wasn't doing it for YouTube, I'd probably sit there after the 3 tracks. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I'll listen to this shit at another time. So I feel like, man, his intro was very weak, but his mid game has been very strong, all right? Track 12, Prices. That way ends.
You is not come from these sides. You cannot come to this size. Yeah. Gangsta, but my G too tight. Yeah. Bank account, this shit precise. I just went up in my price. I just went up in my price. Hey, full like rice. Stuck up and get right out of sight. I just went up in my price. I just went up in my price.
Is it just me, or am I the only one singing Travis Scott's version in my head? Like, I'm just, Uzi's going on, but I'm still singing, look, boy. Like, I can't be the only one that's thinking like that. I heard that bitch, she was hot. Hickory dickory dock. VVS all in my clock. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. That track was pretty mids. And when I say pretty mids, I don't mean because we all know where the beat is from, but I think that's the reason why the track was probably just a lot of people's favorites, are just, enjoyable, because a lot of people were applying Travis Scott's version to this track. I don't think that, Uzi did that beat justice. All I could think of is Travis Scott's version, Kid Cudi humming. We all know that track is called Ways Back. Or as I said in my last video, Ways In, because I was definitely sick. I combined the ends and Ways Back together, made it Ways Back. But made it Ways In, but we all know what the track is called. I just felt like after hearing Travis's version, it definitely is the right fit for the theme of the album. But I just feel like it just wasn't done nearly as good as what we heard especially on Travis Scott. Like probably one of Travis Scott's most, coveted songs, because that transition was crazy. Way, way back for me, way, way back for me. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on the song, grow on me as I listen to it. But as a first listen, which this video is, I just didn't like it. All right. But get in the comments below, man. Let me know who is the singer, because that would be some great information to know, because I am curious. Is he still using the same singer that he used in the last 4 tracks? Or is it a different female in each? Or it could be a male too. But is it a different singer in the last 4 tracks? Get in the comments below. Let me know. Track 13. Urgency featuring Sid. Maybe it's Sid.
It's emergency. I hit you up just with that urgency. No, I need your love like you ain't never heard of me, and I'm stalling. Say that I'm playing, girl. I'ma do this regardless. Yes, from my brain, the chemicals make me hot.
Vacation just so you can have fun, yeah. Got a mission there you ain't that something.
Alright, so for right now, man, I'm just going to assume that was Sid on the last 5 tracks. We're going to assume that she's the singer. Very interesting choice, though, man. For only having 1 feature on this album, and it's Sid, like, I would not have assumed that. Like, I thought Travis Scott would have made an appearance at some point. I thought that maybe we would have got, like, some Migos, maybe, and 21 Savage, some similar trap artists I thought that he would have had on here. But no, it was Sid, which I feel like you guys know how I feel about my R&B bag. You know what I'm saying? I definitely love my R&B shit. And Sid is another, female that definitely can sing her ass off. And we all know her from the internet, but, Sid definitely has her slope body. We all know about body. If you know about body, that shit is fire. Definitely a vibe, boom, boom, and a boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It gets the night popping. I think that, him getting his R&B bag, it definitely gave it a different direction too. Maybe he's going into it for these last 3 tracks. Because That Way is definitely a singing track. But Futsal Shuffle really isn't a singing track. So, but Urgency, man, is definitely a singing track. Not a vibe track. It's a singing track. A lot of auto-tune from Uzi Vert. Not the greatest singer, but can carry a melody. So I'm not too mad at that. I just like a little refreshing. That's all it is, man. Track 14, Venetia.
We got some new bands, yeah. We got some new bands, we got some new bands, yeah. I'ma just play with the pussy, yeah, as fast as I can, yeah. I'ma just count these racks, yeah, as fast as I can. I put that little bitch, told her just bring her friends, yeah. Too much, what the fuck is you saying? Your girl in my bed, and you know she be laying. She tell me up on act like I'm a man.
We'll talk about it more after this, man. Track 15, Secure the Bag.
Yeah, securing her bag, getting naked, yeah. They missing the way, yeah. She got a red range, it's moving in chains. I vote Cody, blood in my neck, with ice in my rollie.
I feel like this track right here in the car, it might be a different vibe. Like, this might be a different monster in the car. Because I'm listening to it right now. My speakers don't do it justice. I'm gonna have to get back to y'all on this when I listen to it again. But let's keep going.
These niggas, they be so fake. They not your homies. They try to get your baloney. These niggas fell apart. She used to play, yeah. Now she in my face, yeah. You in or you out. Now she in my face, yeah. You in or you out. This is a gang. This is a gang.
Surprisingly, man, that track made my playlist. That track is put on my playlist because even though he was being very repetitive, that definitely was a repetitive track. But that's one of those tracks where I feel like you throw in a car, and if you got the right speaker system in your car, that shit is going to bop. Like, and that's why I'm gonna get back to y'all when I listen to it again, because I feel like that's crazy. I got the coupe. Y'all know me, man. The coupe, but a lot, fuck to the swap. Like that shit probably bangs. And I like how he went acapella towards the end. And then he brought the beat back. Like, he brought the beat back. Like, y'all know how it is with the drops and the beat back. Y'all know how I be feeling with that shit. That should be hitting. If he didn't have that beginning of his album, this probably would have been his best album. Second best album. It's probably would have been his second best work to date. If he didn't have those first couple tracks in the album. Because I think that overall, from what we got from the cover art and then from how it sounds now, he's definitely try to stick to the space theme. And I also like at the end, how he's having the little skits at the end, leading on to the next track. It's kind of just like one full listen, like a playlist kind of vibe. I like that as well. I just think that, I don't know. The intro was really what killed it for me. But we were vibing. We still vibing. We got one more track left. Track 16 is P2.
I don't really care, 'cause I'm done. On the real love is not fun. There's no emotion on my face. 'Cause I'm
Look. On my last video, I said that I wanted another EXO Tour Life, emotional wise, like, you know, a feeling wise. How I listen to when I forget. We saw the video. Go search it up. EXO Tour Life Dev, Meami. And I think that is easily Uzi's top 3 track to date, right? I think we can all agree with that, right? No matter what you are, that is Uzi's top 3 track. 90% of the world, maybe, you know, 80% of the world loves that track from Uzi Vert, right? I didn't necessarily say make another track. If this track is literally a full, like, same instrumental and just him using different verses, I don't care how fire this shit is. Fuck that, all right? And I'm going to explain why it's fuck that. Let's just keep going before I actually say what I'm going to say, though.
just live in the moment.
No.
Coming out just when the sun's down. My boys, they ruthless like hoops and they really run down.
Yes.
I don't really care, 'cause I'm done.
With that being the end of the album, that's crazy. That's crazy that I really have to say this, because that was actually a great run of 8 tracks that we had going on, and towards the end of the album, and I thought that, you know, it's always how you finish your album as well, but that left a bad taste. Because you can say whatever the fuck you want, all right? I'm really angry right now. My head's kind of hurting right now, but I'm really angry now because for that to be his top 3 track, it lacks creativity. That's like, you know, Bobby Shmurda coming out, right? And then making another, like, whatever that track is called, you know, like our young MA coming out and making another Ooh, and then making it like 3 times again. You know what I'm saying? It's like Fast and Furious when they keep recycling their movies, right? It just, why the track? Of course we were going to like that track. There was aspects in that track where I liked, but it's not a different track. It's the same track. It's the same EXO Tour Life track with just different verses, a remix if you want to call it. I don't wanna be you. He did the same thing. Of course we're gonna fuck with that. I feel like he could have just left that one off. Even put that as a bonus. I'd have been cool with that as a bonus. But don't put that on your album and say like, hey, this is new content. This is supposed to be your new album. That just shows a lack of, you know, artistic creativity, man. Like, for me. And y'all can say y'all hate me for what. If y'all like that shit, y'all just being fans or stans or whatever. Like, I like the track. I just don't appreciate the track. All right? Like, why? Why was that necessary to have on the track? Because you've done that track already. There's no reason to give us that track again. That's just my opinion, though. If y'all cool with that, y'all cool with recycle shit, by all means. Y'all look. We are all entitled to our opinions. We are all entitled to our musical tastes. And if that's what you like, recycle shit, and you want, I mean, shit, might as well at this point make another one. Make a part 3 EXO Tour Life. Make a EXO Tour Life track in every album. But look, in my opinion, man, the album definitely saved grace in the middle of the album. And towards the end of the album, other than the EXO Tour Life track, because, you know, if this is the true ending, I listened to That Way and I love That Way. I think That Way was a great track. Futsal Shuffle, I did not like Futsal Shuffle, and I did not like this EXO Tour Life remake. All right, I feel like it's just a recycled track, and you know, the middle of the album is what saved the album for me. His intro tracks were very terrible. All right, like that is not the Uzi Vert I want to listen to. I do not want to listen to a rapping Uzi Vert. I figured that out now today. I don't think that's what he's good at. I think he's good at the melodic shit. I like how he had that choir going on towards the you know, the middle tracks. You know, very harmonizing melodic shit going on. I love that. I don't know who the singer is. I assumed it's Sid. I also like how refreshing the Sid track was. The Sid feature on here. You know, getting into his R&B bag, even though it was really heavily auto-tuned. I think it was kind of just a different direction that he was going. I don't know if that was intended for him to have the first, you know, five to six tracks, you know, where he was rapping. And then, you know, towards I'm Sorry, and then, you know, whatever station, I think it was something station. I don't even want to look at it right now. My head hurts. But it's called, I think that's right there. He had, you know, the melodies going on, and I think that's where it was kind of just a different side of Uzi Vert. So I'm going to assume that Baby Pluto was rapping. And then from track 7 on was, you know, Lil Uzi Vert. Get in the comment box below if you agree with that theory. Not a bad album, but not a good album. I think that, you know, for what it is, for Uzi standards. And look, put it this way. If you're an Uzi fan, you're going to like this shit, right? if you're an average listener, you're probably going to be like, you're going to take some tracks from here, and then you're going to move on from it. All right, that's what I feel like. And I think that it's really a big statement to call an album bad. But I think that this album is just whatever for me. All right, I think it's whatever. I definitely put some songs on my playlist, though. I put 5 tracks on my playlist, so that's not that bad. 5 out of 16 tracks on the playlist. I would say it's 50-50. It's 8 out of 16 tracks that you could take away from it, at least for me. So I would give it a 50-50. It is better than the last album because I still only listened to 2 tracks from the last album. And I'm still unsure if I like, what is that track called? Secure the Bag. When I listen to it in the car, I will give you all an update. Probably going to stream the album and listen to it again with you guys because... you know, first listens don't really do good, but after I had some time to kind of just, you know, dwell on it and let it indulge in me, pause, I think that maybe I'll appreciate it a little bit more. I don't know, man. I did exactly what you guys did. I vibed with it. I was a little sick. I don't think that affected my ears. I can still hear what he was saying, which is kind of a bad thing. But I was definitely listening to the beats, man. I love some of the beat selections towards the middle because that's also another thing I want to get at. I feel like the theme of the album was very outer spacey, you know, intergalactic galaxy type shit, and that's what he wanted to kind of go with. And from the skits on, from track 7 and on, you know, and hearing the production and how it had these spacey vibes, and you know, saying like, oh, extraterrestrial, did you see that shit? Like, you know, he was talking like that. Like, I think that's where I feel like, why did you even have those first 5 tracks to begin with, other than kind of like Space Cadet, where I felt like Space Cadet, it was the track called Space Cadet, I think, whatever, you know what it was, where he sampled the 3D Blaster pinball game from Windows. I feel like that track right there was where he wanted to kind of just target with the album theme. I mean, maybe I'm tripping. That's how I feel about the album, man. Not bad, not good, kind of just whatever for me. Get in the comment box below, man. Let me know if you liked it. What was your favorite tracks? What you dislike about the album? What you like about the album? I'm going to put the full reaction on my Patreon, meaning like I'm going to get as much unedited stuff as I can get on that. And then I'm going to have the edited version up as well on YouTube. So if you wanted my Patreon, go to Patreon, search Meami. You can find me. $3, Dollar and a Dream. You also get my playlist, my Spotify playlist. You can get my Apple Music playlist as well. If you don't want to do it, then you don't have to. It's not required for you. I'm not telling you to do it, but don't get mad at me because, like, why did you put the whole unedited on YouTube? I'm sorry, because this is my job and I don't want to lose my job and I want to continue to be a YouTuber and I don't want to get striked. So that's why. If you can't respect that, then check yourself before you wreck yourself. We're going to keep it like that, man. Don't forget to follow me on social media, let me know what you want to hear. All that good stuff. Get the video 3,000 likes. We're going to do vinyl on the wall. I still think that if the Lil Uzi versus the World, my throwback that I did, if you get that to 3,000 likes, we'll do Love is Rage. Love is Rage, right? That's the Love is Rage is the next one up for the throwback reactions. What else do I have to get at, man? I think that he's still going to sell 400K. Well, 400. I think he's going to sell 300K first week, right? First week, 300K first week. I think he'll actually hit that number. Maybe 400K at most, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was our predictions in the video and on the stream. Stream is on Saturday or Sunday. We'll probably listen to the album together. If y'all want to come tune into that, twitch.tv/Meami_Ami. And this is a long ass outro. I've been talking to a lot. So till the next time, man. I got the corona. This has been your boy Dev. We are out. Peace.